Like I was saying that it's only when we parents we send you, sometimes when things are going on between us and you guys, that's the time we want to listen. Like, for instance, you're choosing your career, and it's like, this is what we would have loved you to do. And you have another option. Like, let me give you an example. I want that child to be a doctor, and the child wants to go into music. Go and think about it and come back. So we hold the meeting the next 2 weeks. The child still come back and say, Dad, Mom, that's the time they listen. And whereby the discussion is going on and the child is now saying, holding on to the music, in fact, no more conversation again. Because the child is not yielding to what we want him or her to do. But we are wrong. We are wrong. Well, thank God for the time we are now, that once the parents can discover their kids, encouragement starts from 0 age. You know, school starts from the home.
Yes.
You just see kids, some kids, when they just see a little toy, maybe 2 or 3, the way they will put it together and not the rest, begin to see, what can this child do with this? Let me take one of my grandkids, for example, as an example right now. He likes animals. And because of that, most times we buy books. He has a Kindle where he has a place there that a lot of animal things are just lodged into that Kindle for him. Do you know, he's 8 now. There are animals, fishes in the water, all kind of creatures in the waters, in the wilderness, in the bush,
everywhere,
that once they appear, without even seeing them, just see the head, he will tell me the name.
At 8? Wow.
You know, so that now is helping to now say, okay. So when you ask sometimes, I would like to be a doctor to be treating this. It may change his mind later, but at least this is the trends of things for now.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the issues. So if tomorrow he now says no, in fact, I don't want to be a vet for animals again. I want to be a farmer. We will be annoyed. But we shouldn't. We should now sit that child down. In those days, we see it as, no, I'm a lawyer. My child must be a lawyer. I'm a doctor. My child might be a doctor. I'm a this. But now, it's beyond us. Sit that child down. I go back to that child again and say, why do you leave your vet? You said this is what you want to do. Now, this is what you are. Yes. You see, you compare what he's saying with, and you now see, before a child come to tell you, this is what I want to do at a certain age, and he's stressing it, he must have done his grand work. He must have seen the pro and the con. So it's just a little thing you just need to press him, and then send him forth, or her forth to start his life.
Wow. That's I'm lost for words at this point. It just seems like the whole world should see this to learn, because we really have a lot to do. Even as children, we have a lot to do, you know. So that means you're just telling us now, that it is not impossible for parents to listen to their children. So it's not like they are not listening. They are listening.
They are.
I think it just depends on the approach of the parents.
Yes, some. I don't want to carry every. You know, some parents. I want to use the wealthy one for an example for this purpose.
Yes.
If you can hear me, your parents, they have everything. If you want your maid to pull your shoes, take your pants off you,
yes,
they will supply them.
Yes.
take your clothing to the laundry place, wash them, even give you a shower. Such kids, I don't think they will now say, Dad, I need this. Or Mom, can we do this? Because most of the time, if they don't text, I've seen it. They write a note. If the mom or the dad cares, when he just comes back home from wherever they have gone to, they just hit it. Or in their phone already. In fact, now it's really on the phone. Before, you just write something somewhere. It's on the phone.
Just text.
I'm now with the Adekunle's family. We are the Babbage. I am in Port Harcourt right now. We are having a party. That is it. So in such a relationship now, I mean, a child that, so those ones are, because, and that's why we that are, for us, I'm using myself as an example, thank God for his blessings, thank God for where he has kept this household or this family. When a child is leaving, both the one from my womb, the one God has brought my way, going to start a new life, I always say, more or more anything one share. That interprets knows whose child you are. You are stepping out of this family to start a new life. Look back and say, if I do this, what will happen to where I'm coming from? If they hear. That's why you should remember whose child you are. So, but those people, they don't need it because they know, they just think everything is money. I mean, the wealthy ones. And then the parents is like, I suffered. I trekked from Kutuwenji to Kafanchi before I go to school, before I was able to make it. Whoa, my children, nothing will happen to you. You are, see, just sit down. Hey, Shola, come and pull that shoe. Hey, why did you not give that child food since? Oh, they don't know how to clean. They don't know how to do anything. Everything is being done by house help, driver, take him to, in fact, a small distance, because the dad has trekked from Kaduna to Abuja while he was in school, or the mom. We are wrong about that. We parents are wrong about that. Suffering does not kill. It only strengthens you. It only empowered you. It only make you think better and think fast. And when you say those things, they are not suffering. It's building up.
Like the Yorubas will say,
You got it right. It's so building. It doesn't kill. It's just building you for your future. And it does the thing that the first kids they go through. That's yes. They don't have any follow up at that time. Go and bring water. I'm just coming in and please give me mom. That's Ada. Mommy, I just came in from where I gave you water. I should go and make stove again. Yes, go. But by the time Obi is behind, Obi now will now say, "We be doing. I send Ada. Ada, go now. You are my darling. You are the one that have been doing it." You see?
Yes, so.
You see what is happening there now. So that's some of the things that we parents, we are not really looking at for, which is, and we too, we have so much to play in the life of the kids, in the sense that in trying to correct our kids, in trying to put them right, in trying to make them see the truth, in trying to show them the real way we think is the way, we provoke them to hunger. The Bible even expressed that. Trying to show them the direct place to be. We bring them to the place of annoyance. You have told this child, do this. The child has heard you. That wants to take her time to, but she has heard what mommy said. Take this cup to the kitchen, and mommy comes downstairs again. The cup is still on the dining table. It's like, Ada, did I not say you should take? No, mom, take your face, your eyes away from Ada and that glass. Especially the age. Just leave that child. She's going. It's when Ada maybe go leave the cup there unattended to, go to sleep or to bed or go out or go do something else, and then you have that authority. And then when you are trying to correct Ada at that time, you don't need to scream. It's in a cordial way. Ada, that my cup is still on the table that I use for tea.
Won't you remove it?
That's all I can say. The rest, you will finish it by going to remove it. Yeah, so.
Yes. Wow.
And those are part of the things we're talking about relationship.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So everything is not screaming. So you don't provoke them to anger. This woman has come again. This my mother. So sometimes I have seen family that the kids, the mothers, they come to me to ask, my kids are asking me, am I their mother? And I will now ask the mother, say, what happened recently? They should be telling, I say, why? Yes, that's why they're asking you. Say, what? I say, yes. So it's like you are too hard on them. So you have to look for alternative way of treating that matter or approaching them or giving them instruction or showing them what to do. It means this your method is making you look as if they are relations children. They just brought them to you. You are not their mother.
Wow. There are so many questions to ask you, but because we don't want this to be a very long episode, but I need to wrap this up, so I need to ask her some very important questions. So how can we repair the broken bridge? How can they repair it? What are your tips for them?
Most times when relationship has gotten that sour, most of the kids at that time they've left the home.
In fact, when I was preparing the question, those were the categories of people I was thinking about.
Because if you are still under the same roof, it can't go that bad. It's something like that will be going on, but there's a way you can approach it, still work it out. But most times, the kids involved, they've left their parents to start their own family or to start their own life, or they've traveled out, one thing or the other. Well, wherever it has been, it's like Yoruba, we have decided that when everybody sees that when it's broken, there's no way you can bring them back to both the yolk and the white and put it back in the shell and wrap it up. The relationship sometimes is like that. When it comes to kids, you too withdraw yourself. The one you can think about, maybe this is what I did when I was raising this child. Maybe this is what I said when I was raising the child. Maybe this is where I took the child to when I was raising him or her. Maybe this is just try and you too think and because and before the child leaves, you would have been seeing some signs and something would have been bringing clashes.
Yes.
Those are the things now with the one you have thought of. You start with those first before you read the re-damage. You got those, okay, Ada, can I see you tomorrow? Ada has left the house. She's now with her family. Let me use Ada. We started with Ada.
If you're an Ada,
you are good to go.
You are good to go.
So, okay, Mom. I hope no problem. Hope Dad is okay. Yeah, Dad is okay. Ada comes around. Lunch. Over the table, we're just talking. How are you? How are the kids doing? They're doing okay. After we finish having lunch, now I invite Ada to my room. Ask Ada, how is the family going or something. Normally, we talk on the phone. Dad, your babies are doing well. Oh, that's my grandkids. Dad, I think it's time. I know it's been a while, long while, but the journey of 100 years, we have to start it one day.
Yes.
Please, I know when we are together, those things you have thought of, maybe as you are enumerating them, she'll be saying, no, mommy, you didn't. Oh, that one. And she'll be, it's because you love Obi. Obi, much better than me. That's why you were treating me like that. She will open up. You now start with your apology. I was just trying to do this. This is what I was trying to do. This is what I was trying to say. This is what I was just.
I didn't mean it that way.
I don't mean it that way.
You genuinely mean it that way.
And then as you start that gradually, then on the phone too, you remind each other, our relationship has started though. Please don't let us go back. And as Christians too, you begin to use the word of God to approach what is on the ground. Pray prayerfully, approach your kids. Prayerfully in the sense, God, wherever I too have sinned, please forgive me. Help me to put these things right. This is the way it should go. I have sinned, I've known better now. So after you talk with her dad in your bedroom and all the rest, at the end of the day, the first day may look rough. You may end up still in a disagreement.
Yes.
The second, third, as time goes on, it becomes better, and you see her dad that maybe in a week she may not call. You see that we keep on calling. Maybe weekends. Say, mommy, I've been busy throughout the week with work, with your kids and all the rest. See, Adana, hey, grandma, you didn't even ask of your daughter. She wants to talk to you. How are you? You okay? You see Adana responding to the relationship, coming back gradually. Why again? Adana sees that she too now is a family person. Mm-hmm. What he has seen that is like a mistake while she was growing, she won't want to apply it.
Yes.
So now corrective time has come. So she now wants to get as much from you.
Yes.
That is for her dad, that if she's really ready to learn at that time. Knowing fully well that mommy now or dad is now coming back to say, whatever is like is bringing all those trouble, let us make amendment and move on. And if it's a child or children that are still under the same roof with their parents, there is still very beautiful opportunity to mend those bridges by you two still thinking about how have I missed it? What have I done to hurt this child? Then call the child involved or the children one-on-one or collectively. Let everybody be open. No matter what you have done, no matter what have happened, let them speak out. No matter how painful it will be to you, let them speak, because you want amendment. You want things to go smoother. You want things to go better. You want relationship to be rich. It's not just hi, hello kind of thing. It's not when you are in trouble they come around. No. Without hearing your voice, each other's voice in few days, everybody is like, what's going on? I mean, they are not living under your roof. It's just a different thing that they will see. But the communication skill is as if you are living together.
Yes, yes. A lot of things today, and these are things we need to take into cognizance. These are things we need to take seriously. It's in fact, I think it's like a 2-hour or more discussion, but we have to stop here because of time. We definitely will do a part 2 somehow via Zoom. Thank God for Zoom, or via any other means, but we still need to do it again. So, mommy, any
kids, children, I'm a child too. Please, 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 please. I don't know if you can count how many pleases I have said now. We don't know it all. Forgive us sometimes when it's like we're too much or too hard on you. We're only trying to see how we can get things right through you. You are who God has created you to be, and that's who you will always be. We can't change you. Change you in the sense that this is who I am. This is who my child should be. No, you have to be. Excuse me. You have to be who God has called you to be. So I want to beg you kids, first and foremost, that thank you all for coming through your different parents. And you can never have another parent, that's for sure. So whoever you have come through, forever it's your parents. So appreciate your parents first of all. And second of all, bear with us or bear with your parents. Whatever you are going through at any point in time. And parents, please, no matter how hard you are, come soft. No matter how busy you are, give your children your ears, your shoulders at different times. They need them. Even at this time is even your need, the need of your shoulder and your ears is 100% and one now. Because a lot is happening. So they can talk into your ears and your heart to receive it, and you know how to give them back. Please, dad and mom, so that these kids, when they grow up, they will give us peace. Wherever we are, we too, we will know that they are at peace too. Thank you so much for coming around.
Thank you so much, Mommy. I'm so grateful. Thank you all for staying tuned till the end. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.